First of all, I look like I've been through the mill because I have today. But I'd like to wish everybody a belated Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we're going to do video update. I believe it's 88. I've lost track simply because I haven't done one in a while and we've been so busy doing things. But we're going to start off by a couple of car related things, and then you'll see some train related things. Okay, to start out in this video, I I'm just so lost because I had so many things going on. But Lisa is gone. I had a gentleman 3 days, I think 3 days before Christmas. He had sent me an offer on Facebook. I did not accept it. I told him what I would accept. Never heard from him again. Had two guys in California that were looking at it. One of them would have been nice because he wanted the supercharger too, but he dragged his feet too long. But anyway, then we got a phone call one day right before Christmas, 3 days before Christmas. Was a guy, gave me his name, and I said, oh, okay. I thought it was train related because I didn't recognize the name. Anyway, it was the guy that had made me the offer on the car, and he said, I'm calling about the car. And I said, well, and he said, we're going to come down to Cruces and look at it. He was there in Albuquerque. And I said, so you're going to come down and look at it or what? And he said, no, I'm coming down to buy it. So I said, okay. Well, I thought he was leaving Albuquerque, and about an hour later, he called me from a rest stop outside of town here and said, we're here. And I know it takes 3 hours and maybe more to get here. So obviously they were already on the road, not knowing whether we were home or not. But anyway, he got here. He said he'd bought salvage title cars before. We started it up, took him for a ride. He looked the whole thing over, and I think he was just astounded at the condition, just like most people were who ever looked at the car. Handed me a wad of cash and got in the car, and his girlfriend drove his truck back, and he drove the car back, and everything worked out. So at that point, I paid Robin back the money that she lent me for the truck. And then I put the rest in the bank and almost immediately turned around and started buying parts that I needed. And it's coming along, and I'll just I'll show you a brief, kind of what's been going on. But that's about all I can do is just show you what's happening. The thing is just going to have to be evaluated as I go, and you got to start somewhere. So this is where I'm starting. Okay, gang, here's the Chevy. I've done a bunch of work to it that you guys haven't seen. I'm just going to kind of walk around it and show you. Hold on a minute. Let me open the bonnet. That blue will be the color of the firewall. It's just a paint check. I've got to do a bunch of degreasing. I have a radiator, aluminum radiator coming for it. $157. I couldn't even get that one fixed for that. It was a 3-speed. They changed it to a 4-speed so you can see the mechanism there attached to the steering column. And then I think, I'm trying to see in the camera here. I don't know if we can see it. I don't think we can see it. But anyway, way down there on the transmission, there was the attachment where those went to the 3-speed. I took all of that junk off yesterday because I was down adjusting the steering box right there. I have taken some play out of the steering. We won't go into all of this stuff. I rehabilitated the 3100 emblems on both sides. I sort of rehabilitated the emblem on the front here. It had a pretty good ding on the side over there, as well as the hood had a ding. kind of beat it out a little bit. This particular fender right here has been Scotch-Brighted and had linseed oil put on it, and you can see how that brings out the color. And I'll show you more of that. Today, as you can see, I have no wing windows there and no window channel. That's because the one side window and all the wing windows are in the trash can. I have a new steering wheel and I have 2 new wing windows there with the glass. So swinging back around, I just put these on to hold the door shut because I can't put the rubber on until I get the doors painted. And as you can see, I'm in the process of that. I used a DA sander and sanded that one all off and just got done priming that one. It's white primer. This is the one I did earlier today. And then I will paint it the color that it's going to be, which is, I believe it's called walnut. And then, of course, at some point in time, all the door jambs and everything else will get painted the same color. The dash will get painted the same color. And the upper, well, around the windshield, of course. And the upper part of the back of the cab. From the seat on down, from about where you see that rust there, it will have this on it. And that is Flex Seal. The junk you see advertised on TV. Seems to work pretty good on the floor. And I'm just going to put it on the floor. Anybody can complain if they want. It's not going to change my mind. I've got new... I put a new plate here for the 4-speed. They had just cut it out with a torch. So I got a new plate, put it there, painted the gear shift lever, restained and sealed the gear shift knob, new gas pedal, new rubber on and a bellows on the starter button, 2 new pedal pads over there. I also took the arms off the pedals yesterday, put new felt seals in the floor over there, and my phone is ringing, she'll get it. And then I put a new pad on the emergency brake over there. I did get all the locks in. I now have an ignition key. I have the same key, or a different key, that works the glove box, and I have 2 door keys. Let's just try and speed this up a little bit. This is the fender that I faux painted. This fender had been primed. And that front part of the bed and this fender have been oiled. This back here has not. I'm going to have to, I got the garage door in the way, but I'm going to show you something down here. I had to pay $100 for that license plate on eBay, but I was able to register the truck with that 1954 plate. You can do that in New Mexico. Some states you can, some you can't. You can see that I've oiled the back of the tailgate, and really I just oiled these to see what it was going to start to look like. I have not put new taillights on. I do not have any new tires yet. I do not have anything else done. My attention is on getting these doors done so I can put the door seals on and put all the new door hardware on. I have all new door rubber, everything. I have this windlace right here. I have it coming. I have an inner windlace. I have the new wing windows. I have new channel that screws into those screws around there. I have new glass coming. I have a new actuator for the door latch. The only thing I'm not replacing is the window crank riser because it still seems to function well and you don't see it. I've got new latches that go in there. The 2 screws that you see down there hold the window channel in place at the bottom that goes up and around the door. So I won't bore you with all this stuff. But anyway, this is where the Chevy's at right now. The floor's all sealed up. I just got to spray it. There's a lot of stuff I got to spray on the inside before I can do much more. I can do mechanical work on the outside. I've checked the kingpins. They seem to be in pretty darn good shape. I have only a thousandth of an inch or two of movement in those. So I would say they're probably good. The engine runs like a top. The next first thing I'm going to get is a 12-volt system for this. But anyway, no longer going to bore you with the Chevy. So I know some people just can't stand to see a car video. So there it is in the garage today. As soon as that primer dries, I'll shut the doors a little bit, and I'll move the truck over so she can get her car in, and then tomorrow I will work on painting the doors. And by the way, that is the color. And as you can see, the can is white. It's kind of a creamy color. That's what the inside's going to be. I've got all of that stuff down there. I've got plenty of tape. I've got plenty of paper. Anyway, we're ready to go. So, that's it on that. Now I'll move to what I've been doing on the layout. Okay, everybody. I don't know where I left off. I know I have some video I downloaded before Christmas, but I don't know what's there. But I'm just going to show you what I have gotten done. I put in some plaster here, as you can see, on the right of the road. On the left of the road, I put some dirt in there. I mixed some black paint with the glue, so I will put black paint over the top of all that when I paint or stain the road, which I haven't gotten done because I've got some more of that to do down here by the taco stand. But anyway, you can see I got the plaster on. I've got the buildings mounted. I don't really have the motel buildings mounted down, and I've got some grass and some fences and stuff that go around that. I did get the yards and the fences in to these structures here, including the post office. And I put some fences back there behind those houses, but I have not got the yards in those houses yet. I did get the front yards or the front areas of the houses done. Other than that, all I need to do is stain roads, do something with that open space in front of the apartments over there. There'll probably be a little grass park area out in front of there. Not really sure. And then get some trees put in, get some vehicles in, the last minute stuff. Put a little fence over here between where I plastered and the edge of the McDonald's. Plaster now goes all the way around here over to about there. So you can kind of see what's been happening. I haven't done I put some plaster around the feet of the water tower. I did not patch the hole there. I need to put a chain link fence around the water tower. There's just a lot more work that has to take place going this direction. I also am working on a brand new Randy Brown model, which is a long southwestern looking depot that I'm going to replace that depot right there with. So I haven't done a lot with that. It's on my bench, it's being worked on, but I've gotten sidetracked with all the work on the Chevy. And tomorrow I'm going to do a video on that, and it will actually go ahead of this video. So you'll be seeing and listening to this after you've already seen that. But that's where I stand out here. Nothing else has taken place. I did clean track. I have run trains. I have been running trains. I had people looking at the layout. We had a neighborhood get-together here. So I showed the layout to a lot of people. I don't know. I just have a lot of stuff going on. I think I put in the other video that I sold the Mustang, but I'm sure I'll cover that when I start talking about the truck tomorrow. But anyway, Robin got me a bunch of paint. She got me some black, a big white, and a big brown over there. And for those of you who may not know, Elmer's makes some clear glue now. I'm going to try that on some of the foliage. Nothing else new. Oh, I did also get my ballast for my engine house. So when I get done working over here back on the town, or if I get bored working on the town, I can go back over and finish the ballasting work on the engine house over there. That remains to be seen. Um, anyway, my next dilemma is just finding some more, just a little bit different. I think I'm going to put picket fence around those two houses in the back there, around the two fronts. But anyway, you're kind of seeing how it's coming along. Of course, with the addition of trees and things like that, that'll really spruce it up. But there's where I'm at. And this aircraft right here is the aircraft for the series of Hallmark ornaments that Robin gets me every year, which, as you guys know, are most of these that are hanging from the ceiling over here. So I have another one to add to the ceiling. Okay, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. As I said, I don't look very presentable. That's because I've been using a DA sander on the, obviously on the doors of the truck. So my pants are a mess. I'm a mess. My fingers are a mess. My hands are a mess. My glasses are a mess. And just about anything else. But I hope you enjoyed this video regardless. And as usual, thanks for watching.